Hi there, YouTubes. Look at that pretty truck. Isn't that a nice truck? Anyhow, this is the cat motor that I'm going to try to repower the other wood splitter on. I was going to come down, it was going to get a bath, but just doesn't look like it's going to get a bath today. The weatherman kind of missed it a little bit. It didn't get warm enough for the hose to thaw out, even though we'd be using a hot water. So it'll go home, sit in the garage with this good old truck. And then I'll show you what we got going on inside right now. There's a ton of crap going on inside too. I got to make two brackets here. See how it's got the front bracket? We got to make two rear brackets. And I tried to get some screw punches. I think is what they call them. Screw punch, yeah, screw punches, but they don't come in that thread size. It's a metric 12 by 125. Anyhow, because it's sitting right now, it's sitting back there, but I might want to support it off the bell housing part instead of the engine. So I haven't really made that decision yet. I got the screw out just to see what size it was. Anyhow, that's what's going on that. We got a lot of stuff going on here. I'm down at Jeffrey's because it's warmer inside than it is outside. There's some worthless but good cats. Hello there. No, we ain't petting you. They're waiting on dinner. There's another one down there in the corner. All right, here's what we got going on here. First, I got to go turn the radio down so YouTube don't get me. Over here, look at all this exciting stuff. We got a 440, a 440. One of them's better than the other. Is this the one you just took out of the hot tank? Both been hot tanked? Anyway, working on Mr. Lifted. Mr. Lifted had a seal problem. I don't know if this is focusing in. This is the seal. You can see kind of if it focuses in. I guess if you get on the right thing. But it's also got a big crack on it here someplace. And it's hard to do this with one hand. See the there you can see what it shouldn't have. So we're going to try to might put a wheel cylinder cup on it. Anyhow, that's going on that. That goes to what we use to lift everything up with. That. Now over here we got all sorts of show and tell over here. I needed two more of these things. These go on a farm wagon. They go on, I think is it called the bolsters, what these bolt to? Bolsters. And then you drill one big hole in here and hold the log or board or timber that goes from the front to the back. You can't buy these things anymore. And so I had two of these, came with the wagon I had, and I need to make two more. So I've been kicking around I've probably been playing with this for a couple years. And I found a piece of what ended up being this, which is almost identical to that, close enough that it should work. That was a part off a sawmill from years and years, or not a sawmill, off a wood splitter, the other wood splitter that I'm working on, as a matter of fact. That was going to be the 4-way wedge, and then I didn't like it. See, that's close enough that it should work. This one here is being a little bit smaller, so that'd be a little bit bigger, which it really doesn't make any difference. So we got to cut that off, and then we'll have a top one and a bottom one. Then we'll cut the edges down here a little bit on this crazy bandsaw. So we're working on that. This is the boring bar Jeffrey machined. This will hold that universal joint that I showed you in a past video. Then you see these square, that's where the cutters go. And that's where there's two sets in those. There's three of these in this shaft. And then it'll slide on these, what are these, bronze oil-like bushings?
660 bearing bronze.
660 bearing bronze. And he's got those machines so that just slips on there with zero play in it. I mean, there isn't a thousandth of an inch play in that. So this bar here will go this will stay stationary and the block will move through it, right? The block will move through this. So to get,
The bushings and the block will move, the bar will stay stationary.
okay, you guys got that. And then the little tool cutter, this is something you buy. Now these were round and got pressed in there. And then the tool will go in here. I can't see it with one hand and do it with the other. I guess that Allen's, there it goes. And then there's, this is something you buy from McMaster, or no,
MSC.
MSC. And then it has a screw thread in there that you set the depth. Then he's working on a tool here that will go over it and measure how far that cutter's out. So this will go down in here, something like that, and that will measure how far that cutter's coming, how far that cutter's out. So that's what's going on there. What else is going on? Anything? Nasty weather and mud.
It's supposed to rain tomorrow.
It's supposed to rain tomorrow. Anyhow, that's what's going on down there. So I am going to cut that off, then probably take it out and wire brush it when it's in a half, and then try to make two of these other things. I'll take them home and drill them. There's no point in tying up everything down here. So over and out. Hit me the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you later. Now I gotta figure out how to turn this thing off.